History remembers armies, but it forgets the soldiers left behind. In the ruins of World War II, millions laid down their weapons. But a few men, lost in jungles, cut off from the world, kept fighting. Not for victory, not for glory, but because no one ever told them to stop. This is the untold story of the samurai who refused surrender, even as decades turned the world into a place they no longer recognized. In 1945, Japan's war machine collapsed, but its warriors didn't. Across the Pacific, soldiers swore an oath of absolute loyalty: fight to the last man, never surrender. And for some, that oath became stronger than the war itself. When the surrender order spread across the world, confusion swallowed entire battalions. Some never received the message. Others believed it was enemy propaganda. So they vanished into thick jungles, turning the war into a one-man mission of survival and obedience. Villagers whispered about strange shadows moving at night, rice stolen, footsteps around fields, shots fired from nowhere, lean, starving figures with rusting rifles, men who believed the war was still raging beyond the tree line. They had no name, only a legend: the ghost soldiers. Governments dropped leaflets begging them to come home. Comrades shouted through loudspeakers. Families wrote letters filled with tears and hope. "The war is over. Please return." But to these stranded samurai, every message was a trap. Every plea was a weapon of deception. Among these men, one story rose above all: Hiroo Onoda, a lieutenant trained in intelligence and guerrilla warfare. He believed surrender was dishonor, and death was preferable to shame. From 1945 to 1974, Onoda patrolled the same island. He sabotaged farms, watched the coastline, and waited for orders from an empire that no longer existed. For decades, explorers and soldiers tried to find him. None succeeded, until a young Japanese adventurer named Norio Suzuki arrived. He walked into the jungle laughing, saying, "I am looking for Onoda, a panda, and the abominable snowman." And incredibly, Onoda stepped out of the trees as if he had only been gone a day. Even then, Onoda refused to lay down his rifle. Not until his commanding officer, now an elderly shopkeeper, personally relieved him of duty. Standing in his worn, patched uniform, Onoda heard the final order: "Lieutenant Onoda, the war is over." He saluted, surrendered his sword, and ended a war he had fought alone for nearly 3 decades. These men were not heroes or villains. They were shaped by a world that demanded unbreakable obedience. Their loyalty outlived their empire, outlived the war, and in some cases, outlived an entire generation. Their stories remind us of a haunting truth: wars don't end when the shooting stops. They echo inside the hearts of the ones who keep fighting.